Hello, my name is Imani Gale, and I will be unveiling the truth behind organic food, myth or reality. So, have you guys ever wondered about the buzz about organic food? Well, today I'm going to dive deep into that and to explore and give more explanation on why organic foods are better for our environment and they're much more beneficial to conventional foods. So, when I was doing my studies, I noticed how health websites and other nutrition websites were comparing and contrasting the pesticides and antibiotic resistant bacteria that was being used on plants when they're growing them. And research showed that when farmers were growing foods organic, they did not use as much pesticides residues and antibiotic resistant bacteria. They use natural things that they've made from scratch, like for example, if even if we're going to talk of the terms of fertilizing, they use bone meal instead of making up their own chemical fertilizer to help with plants when they're growing. And according to the naturopathic Dr. News and Review, it showed how researchers found that organic produce contained higher levels of nutrients like vitamin C, iron, and magnesium. And using organic resources, like for example, what I said, which was the bone meal, which would also be classified as calcium because bone meal has a lot of calcium, mainly for plants. And it naturally was a boost to growing organic strawberries. And it looked way better compared to the conventional foods that were grown with inorganic pesticides like GMO products. Okay, so the next thing I would like to bring up is organic regulations and standards. The meeting the standard criteria when these products are being sold in the stores. So, as a normal person like me, when you're walking into a store, you're seeing the labels say organic, and then you're seeing the ones that don't have organic on it, and you still wonder if the ones that say organic are actually organic. So when I was reading on the organic regulations website, I saw how they have specific criteria and requirements of food being checked out on before they even process it and they ship it out, and being labeled even into stores. So the specific layout that they have is to make sure that these crops are prohibited and have not had any synthetic pesticide or any modified fertilizer on it. They make sure that they are actually non-GMO and they don't have any dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if somebody grows a tomato, like organic tomatoes, they have different shapes. They don't look perfectly shaped. That, in my eyes, I would say is like a modification. And chemical pesticides, they definitely make sure that that's not a part of what they're using before they process it and then they label it. And the next topic I would like to discuss about is the environmental benefits of organic agriculture. So organic agriculture is not only about personal health, but it's also about the environmental health as well. When you think about the animals, the plants, and just the overall environment itself, when you use chemicals, it creates pollution, just as, like, for example, I'm gonna give a vague example, like if somebody burns leaves, like in a way that pollutes the area. So according to the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, it stated how organic farming actually reduced non-renewable energy use and soil erosion. And to support that, I found a study from Washington University that found that organic practices reduce energy use by about 4%, which is a big difference because, in my opinion, organic farming promotes biodiversity and avoids the use of synthetic chemicals, and it creates a more sustainable and resilient food system. And the mind-blowing part of this is that organic practices itself also increase the amount of carbon that's stored in our soil. And to support that, according to the journal Frontiers in Sustainable Food Systems, they found that organic farming increased soil organic carbon by about 15 to 28%, which is good. So when collecting all this information together and thinking about, in general, the causes of unorganic food and conventional food that has went through a lot of modifications, it's kind of scary to know that this kind of things are going to be put in your body once you eat them. And so just from using all these examples, this is why I would say, in my opinion, that organic food is indeed better than conventional food, because it has statistics that show the benefits within the environment, within the people, and also, for me, I just love being organic. I have my own garden, I grow my own crops, and I sell my own seeds. So, it's a healthier lifestyle in my opinion. But yes, thank you for watching.